What's going on, guys? John Elder here from pt3.com, and in this video, we're going to do the forward and back buttons for our MP3 player with Tkinter and Python. Alright guys, like I said, in this video, we're going to look at the forward and back buttons for our MP3 player. But before we get started, if you like this video and want to see more like it, be sure to smash the like button below, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, and check out pt3.com where I have dozens of courses with hundreds of videos to teach you to code. Use coupon code YouTube1 to get $30 off membership. That's all my courses, videos, and books for a one-time fee at just $49, which is insanely cheap. Okay, we are moving right along with our little MP3 player here. We've got a play button. We've got a pause button. And we can unpause, and we've got a stop button that all work. Now we want to work on these forward and back buttons. And it's pretty simple to do this, but it's going to take a little bit of code, and so that's what we're going to look at in this video. If we have time, we'll also add the ability to delete songs, and we'll see how it goes. And if we have time for that, we'll do that. So let's go ahead and head back to our code. I'm using Sublime Text Editor and Get Bash Terminal as always. Now this is our the code that we've had up until now. If you haven't seen the first two videos in this series, check the comment section below for a link to the playlist. So let's come down to our buttons, and we have a back button and a forward button. And let's do the forward button first. So head to the end of this thing, and let's give this a command of, and what do we want to call this? Let's call it next_song, because that's what we're doing here. So let's head up here, and let's say, under the stop function, doesn't really matter where we put this. Let's go play the next song in the playlist. So let's define this function, next song. All right, so what do we want to do? Well, before we play the next song, we have to figure out what the current song is, right? So let's create a variable, and let's call this, I don't know, next one. Next. I don't want to call it next song because we called this function next song, and that can get confusing. Let's just call it next one. And to get the current song that's being played, we can just query our playlist, our song box, right? So let's go song_box dot cur selection, right? So this will give us the current song that's being played in the playlist. And so this will actually return a tuple, however you want to say that, with a number. So the songs in our list are numbered because, well, actually, let's go ahead and just print this to the screen. Next_1. This will print it to the terminal. So let's just head back over here and run this guy again. And let's add a bunch of songs here. So if we click on this one and start playing, and then we click the forward button, nothing happens. Now notice we're on the first one here, right? So if we close, now it returns this tuple of 0, right? So let's run this again real quick. And let's add a bunch of songs here. And now let's go this one. Now when we hit the forward button and then close this, it's returning 1. So it's returning numbers in sort of a list fashion with Python. You know, Python lists start at 0. So the first item is the 0th item. The second item is the first item. So, and on and on and on. So every song in our list is given a number. So we can now reference this number. And if we want to play the next song, we can just add 1, right? So let's go ahead and do that now. So let's get rid of this print thing. And right here, let's comment this, get the current song tuple number, I guess, tuple number, right? So let's go ahead and now add 1 to the current song number, right? So let's go next_1 equals next_1, and then we have to reference this as if it were a list. We go +1. So this is a little confusing right here. Let's print out next_1 and then pass in 0. And now why do we have to do that? Well, actually, let's print out both. Let's print next_1. And you might have caught on to this already why we have to do this. Let's go ahead and run this guy one more time. Well, we could just look right here. See, the 0th item in here is this guy. So we have to call whatever the 0th item is, right? So if we pick the 0th one, this is going to return 0. So let's just run this real quick and see. So let's add a bunch of songs. Let's play the first one, the 0th item. Hit forward. So next one is this tuple with one item in it, the 0th item. And the 0th item in this tuple is 0. So to get 0, we have to call, well, let's just pull it up. Next one, list item 0. Make sense? Hopefully that made sense. So to add one to it, we take that next one, the 0th item, whatever the first item in it is in that tuple, and then add one to it, right? So, okay, now we've got the song that we want to play, the song number, and it's this next one. How do we play it? Well, when we come up here to our play function, before we were grabbing the title and then doing some stuff to it and then playing it out. We can sort of do the same thing, but down here, we've got a number. We need to associate that number with the actual name itself. So we can call that. We could go, let's create a variable called song and set that equal to song underscore box. This is our list, our playlist box, right? And we know we can get anything from the playlist by calling .get and then just passing in something. Well, what do we want to pass in? We want to pass in this number, right? So we can say, hey, get the 0th item from songbox, or get the 1th item or the 2th item. Whatever this number ends up being, we can reference it right here, and this will get it. So let's print out song real quick just to see what this is returning. It's going to be returning whatever the song is on the playlist without the directory structure and the .mp3 from the end of it. So let's just save this real quick and run it just to make sure that this is doing what it's supposed to be. So let's add a bunch of songs. Zoop. And let's grab, let's say the first one. So if we play this, click this, close, it's move it or lose it, funky transition. So it's returning the name of the song without the .mp3 at the end or the C/GUI/audio/, right? So we have to add those things back like we've done in the past in order to actually play the song. So we could just come back up here to our play function where we did that right here. And let's just copy this stuff. And here, let's comment, grab song title from playlist. I don't know. And then here we could paste this in. And just like up here, we're adding back in C/GUI/audio because that's where this song is actually sitting. And then the song title and then .mp3. Now, once we have that, we can then play it like we've played any other song, right? So, okay, let's go ahead and save this. And this should now work. And let's just comment this for fun. Add directory structure and mp3 to song title. And then load and play song. Okay, so go ahead and save this. Let's run this guy again. And this should really be all there is to it. So let's add a bunch of songs. Zoop. Let's start at the top here, play it. Now notice when we go forward, this bar isn't updating. And we need it to update because we want it to show which song is on. Because that's how we get the current selection, right? So we need to do that. So let's comment move active bar in playlist list box, right? So we can go songbox dot selection underscore clear, because when we start out, when we click one song to play, it's selected. Before we move that bar to the next song, we need to clear it from the current song. So we'll clear it from, let's just clear the whole list. And to do that, we go from 0 to end. We're saying clear all of the song titles, or all of the bars on the list. We only have one. So, and if we save this and just run this real quick, just to look at this, I know I'm running these things a lot, but I think it's important to understand exactly what each step is doing. So let's add a bunch of songs. Now, if we play this one, and when we click forward, this bar should disappear. All right, and it moved to the next song. So now that the bar has disappeared, we need to now make the next song have a bar appear, right? So let's go ahead and do that. We need to, let's say, let's change this comment to clear active bar in playlist list box. And then let's activate new song bar, whatever. And we do that by going song underscore box dot activate. And which one do we want to activate? Next one. We could just pass in this number, and since these things are numbered, it knows which one to activate. So let's save this and take a look at that. See exactly what happened here. So let's add a bunch of songs. Zoop. Let's play one. Let's move forward. And you'll notice the green bar doesn't go, but the underline goes, right? So we're almost there. And you see we're getting some errors here because of that. So now we've sort of activated it, but we have to actually draw the bar, let's just say. And let's just say draw or set active bar to next song. And to do that, we just go songbox dot selection underscore set. We want to set the selection. And which one do we want to do? We want to do next one. And this is a range usually, because in a lot of list boxes, sometimes if you set the settings correctly, you can highlight more than one thing in a list box. So we need to tell it, are we highlighting all things? No, we're not. So we go last equals none. And this is a lowercase L, and I know it looks like a capital L, but it's not. That's just Sublime being stupid. So, okay, let's go ahead and save this and run this guy one more time. And this should do the trick. So let's add songs. And now let's pick one and play it. Now we go forward, boom. It's underlined and it's green highlighted. Now we go forward again. Go forward again. And we can cycle all the way through. So, okay, that's the forward button. Now let's do the back button. And this will be a lot easier. We could just copy and paste most of this stuff. So let's come down here to our back button. And let's give this a command equals, and let's say a previous song. So next song and previous song. And let's just come over to our next song here. And underneath it, let's go play previous song in playlist. So let's define this. Now, we could just basically copy all of this stuff, right? Let's just do that. Copy. And let's come down here and paste. Make sure you're tabbed over correctly. But here, basically, when we're setting the next song, instead of adding one, we could just subtract one, right? So, piece of cake. So let's go ahead and save this. And hopefully that should do the trick. So let's clear the screen. So we've got, let's add a bunch of songs. Zoop. Open. So, I don't know, pick any one. We can go forward. We can go back. All right. And that works. Now we can pause, unpause, stop, play again, stop. All right. And we are coming right along. So I also mentioned we could work on deleting songs. Let's see, this video is getting a little long, but this shouldn't take but just a second. So let's come down here to our menu and let's go create a delete song menu. So let's create a new menu. So let's call it remove underscore song underscore menu. And this is going to be a menu. And we want to put it in my menu. That's our main menu, right? And that's really all we have to do. And now we can go my underscore menu dot add underscore cascade, as we always do when we want to add more things. And let's give this a label and set this equal to remove songs. And then we want to put it in menu, remove song menu that we just created. Okay. And now we want to add a couple of things. We want to be able to remove one song and then all the songs. So let's go remove song menu dot add underscore command. And the label for this will say delete a song from playlist. And I'm just going to copy this whole thing, paste it in, and let's go delete all songs from playlist. And we want to give these some commands. So let's go command equals, and let's call this one delete underscore song. And let's call this one delete underscore all underscore songs. Okay, so let's create this delete song function real quick. So anywhere around here, let's just add a function. And let's create a comment. Let's go delete a song. So let's define that. So we have to determine which song we want to delete. Well, we obviously want to delete the one that's highlighted right now. So that will be song underscore box dot delete. And which one? We want to delete the anchor, right? So anytime a song is highlighted, that song has been anchored. It's the anchor song in the playlist. So we could just call song box dot delete and anchor. Now we also probably want to stop the music if it's playing. Right, so let's just go pygame.mixer.music.stop, and then that will stop it. So, all right, let's save this and see if that worked. Let's run this guy. Oh, forgot to define the other command. Let's do that real quick. So let's come down here to the other function we just created, delete all songs. And so let's just create that real quick. So delete a song, and let's comment delete all songs from playlist. And let's define delete all songs, and for now let's just pass. All right, so now let's save this and run it. Okay, so let's add a bunch of songs. And let's say remove this song. So No Wind, Sad Majesty. So if we click there, boom, it disappears. Let's play this song. Well, let's play Not Me. Now let's remove this song. It removes it and it stops the music. So, okay, that was really easy. Let's knock out that other one real quick. So let's see, where'd we go? Here it is, delete all songs. So again, we want to call song underscore box dot delete. And instead of passing in anchor, we want to pass in all of the songs. And we can do that by just creating a range. We can go from 0 to end, right? And then just like here, let's comment this, I guess. Stop music if it's playing. So let's add this one here too as well. Okay. So here, let's comment delete currently selected song. And for here, let's go delete all songs. Okay, so let's save this. And again, just we're passing this range from 0 to end, the end of the list, all the songs on the list. And we can just do that by referencing end. In Tkinter, a lot of times, like with an entry box, if you want to delete things, you'll do the same thing. You'll go dot delete from 0 to end. And that's all there is to it. And we can sort of now see why, because our list box is like a list. It's a tuple, a tuple. And so it has a range from 0 to the end of the list or the tuple. So, all right, let's save this and run it just to make sure that worked, but I suspect it probably will. So let's add a bunch of songs. And let's remove all songs, and boom, they disappear. Let's try it again. Add a bunch of songs. Now let's play one. So it's playing. Now we want to delete them all. It deletes them all. And there we go. So we are moving right along with our playlist. I think in the next video, we're going to start to deal with time. So we want a little counter that shows like how long the song has been playing. We want to see how long the songs are without playing them. And eventually we want to put a little slider that we can toggle through the song. So we can like, grab the slider and move it to sort of manually fast forward into a song or rewind a song, to a specific part of the song. We'll start to look at those things in the next video. So that's all for this video. If you liked it, be sure to smash the like button below, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, which really helps the channel out, and I really appreciate it, guys. And check out codemy.com where you can use coupon code YouTube1 to get $30 off membership. So I pay just $49 to access all my courses, over 45 courses, hundreds of videos, and the PDFs of all my best-selling coding books. Join over 100,000 students learning to code just like you. My name is John Elder from codemy.com, and we'll see you in the next video.